What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got a box in the mail. I use what's in the box to catch some fish on the Mississippi River. Let's get it. All right, what's up, guys? We have a beautiful day. It's Friday before Memorial Weekend. The river's up, everything's flooded. Beautiful day, beautiful weekend. Temperatures are only gonna get warmer, and I think a lot of people get scared of the river when it gets high, but fish can be caught. The fish don't stop eating. Let's just say that. But today, you know what I'm gonna do? I really don't know. I came out here, I got some worms, I got a box. I don't know what's in the box yet, but I'm gonna fish around and see what I can catch. It's kind of gonna be one of those see what happens kind of days. Let's open this box. I know there's fishing plastics in here. That's all I know. And these are all, I think these are all new plastics. So you probably haven't seen a lot of what's in here, or any of what's in here. So there's a new website. You guys, it's brand new. You probably haven't heard of it. It's walleyeplastics.com, and they sent me a bunch of plastics. Check out those ribbed curly tails. That probably looks similar to one of your favorites out there. These are some awesome colors. We got a curly tail there. You can see walleyeplastics.com. That's where you can go to get these baits. They're all flavored with this walleye whistle scent. They're calling it walleye whistle. They're all scented. It calls in the walleyes, calls in fish. I'm guessing I'm gonna catch more than walleyes on these. At least I hope so. Here's another one. Look at this one. Oh, that's an interesting bait there. This one's from Liquid Willowcat. So these were walleyeplastics.com. This one's Liquid Willowcat. They're actually affiliated, but two separate companies. Look at that bait. That's gonna be awesome. Here's some, ooh, these look real good. These look like bass smashers from walleyeplastics.com. The walleyes are gonna love those. The smallmouth are gonna love those. The largemouth are definitely gonna love those. All scented with that walleye whistle. See that? The walleye whistle. Some nice purple curly tails. We are just loaded up here with baits. Here's some Fluke style baits. Can't go wrong with that. That looks like a walleye smasher right there. Man, they loaded me up here. Some chartreuse ones. It's orange. White. There's like a bubble gum and chartreuse. No excuses now. It's on. Here we go. Here's a different one. Look at that crawfish. That looks dynamite. That looks like a good one for trout. Smallmouth, walleye. I think everything eats crawfish, so. But that's a Liquid Willowcat bait. You can see smallmouth, trout, walleye, whatever. I think anything will eat that. I got this rib worm. That's a liquid Willowcat bait. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these. I'm gonna have to fish every day to catch fish on all these baits. There's a Helgramite. Look at that thing. That is just awesome. Think you can catch fish on that, guys? That hellgrammite? That's a liquid Willowcat bait. Ooh, look at that paddle tail. Now that's gonna catch walleye right there. That is fantastic. And last but not least, another hellgrammite, a green hellgrammite from liquid Willowcat. You got a ridiculous amount of plastics here. I'm up by the spillway. Spillways are awesome for high water fishing because you can get away from that main flow of current. There's a lot happening up by these spillways. We're gonna throw some plastics, might try some worms. If that's enough talking, let's get to fishing and see what we can do with some of these plastics. Well, wait a minute. I don't even think I went through these. Some big thumper paddle tail, ribbed paddle tails. It's a big swing tail on that one. WalleyePlastics.com. And hello, some more crawfish. That looks dynamite. That's a liquid Willowcat product. So, WalleyePlastics.com, go check them out. LiquidWillowcat.com, go check them out. Let's do some fishing. I got a ridiculous amount of plastics here. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull out our trusty 7'2" Radcliffe Aspire rod. We're gonna put a jig head on here and try some of these plastics. We're gonna pitch them around. You can see even in this backwater area, I got some nice kind of just ebbing and flowing of the current here. There's gotta be some fish up in here. So I tied on a 1/4 ounce jig head. This is a Eagle Claw jig head. These are pretty nice. Got a real sharp hook. It's got a little plastic keeper on it. And we are gonna pick from our plastics here. I think, I'm gonna start with one of these Crosse. So we're gonna fish that. Got some nice current seams. We got flow over the spillway. Let's see what we can do. Fish. I chased it right up to the surface. I was fishing it near the bottom and then I started pulling it up and he just cracked it right at the surface. Nice smallmouth. There you go. That was on that crawfish from liquid Willowcat. Nice looking fish. Beautiful smallmouth. I just love these fish. They're so pretty. The red eye. Put that guy back. See if we can get a couple more. Looks like they want an aggressive bait, so I was fishing it pretty slow, but maybe I need to crank it up a little bit here. I do see some minnows flying around here, so maybe I'm better served with a minnow pattern. Try and match the hatch a little bit. This crawfish should be good around the rocks where there's more crawfish feeding going on, but right here I think might be more of a minnow bite. We might have to dig into our plastics here and see if we can come up with something else. Ooh, there's another one. Okay, so we do have a few fish around. I was really working it aggressively there. Fish. There we go. Another smallmouth. little guy, but super fun. Smallmouth are always a blast because they're just some of the best fighters in the river. Big or small, they're gonna give you a tussle. Oh. I think I'm gonna dig in my bag of tricks here and see what else we got. Like the looks of that one. Calls fish in. 100% natural. Fish attractant. I know the guy who makes these baits and these scents, and he really does catch natural baits to make his scents. Oof, that smells excellent. That is a smallmouth killer right there. I'm just gonna fish that aggressively based on what I've seen so far. And just twitch it across this little sand flat here. There's one. Okay. Those work too. Not much size on these fish, but like I said, blast to catch. Choke that little fluke. I'll put the name of this baits down below because I don't know the names of them all, but you just keep watching your screen there and you'll see the names. I don't know if you can get a better minnow imitation than that. Looks excellent. There's one. Good fish. There we go. I was just working that thing really aggressively and crushed it. So much fun on spinning tackle. There we go. Oh, that's a little better one there. It's a little better one. Hammered it. Beautiful fish. I think I'm gonna like these. Another one. 2 casts in a row. Ooh, they're getting bigger, guys. They are getting bigger. This one's even bigger yet. This is starting to turn into something. Starting to turn into something good. Nice smallmouth. So much fun on this Radcliffe red. These fish are crushing it. Beautiful. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting there. Now we're getting there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Smallmouth are definitely a top 5 fish for me. Top 5. I might even put them higher than that. Top 3. Yeah, we'll put them in the top 3. We'll talk about that later. I don't know exactly what order my top 3 would be, but they're definitely up there. Get that guy back. I'm working this thing very aggressively. Essentially what we got is, since the water's high, the water actually comes through the woods up here and flows against the natural flow of current right towards the spillway. Then you got the spillway current coming this way. You also have current coming through the woods over here. So you have a convergence of like 3 different flows coming in here. You have a sand flat here, you got deeper water here, you got some rocks, and I have seen some bait in here. So it's really a nice, perfect situation for fish to come in and feed on. And smallmouth are definitely aggressive feeders, so you're going to find those anytime you can find some bait. So look for convergence of flow in the backwaters during high water, where there's some flats, there's some good cover, there's some bait. You should find some fish. Beautiful fish. Just popped him right off that little point there with the current coming around. Got a little bit of grass there. We got current coming from that direction. We got current coming from the main channel. Got a convergence of currents again. Same situation as up by the spillway. And same kind of fish. Get him back. We got him on that Fluke looking bait from walleyeplastics.com. That thing is beat up. We caught several fish on that bait. I'm gonna try something else. We know that works. Well, that looks like an excellent bait there. We'll try that guy. Big old swing tail. Fish. Good fish. Good fish, guys. We got a walleye. We got a walleye. And he's off. So the wallyeplastics.com do catch walleyes. That was our first walleye. Nothing but smallmouth up until this point. But that's a good sign. We will take it. Fish. Fish on. This one's a smallmouth. Nice fish. Not giant. Good fish though. Oh, and he's off too. So I upped my my jig size. I think I told you I was using a 1/4 ounce earlier. I think it was actually an 1/8 ounce. And now I am using a 1/4 ounce. A little bit bigger plastic, so I wanted a little bit more weight. The bigger the plastic you have, the more weight you're going to want to use just to get the correct feel in the water. So these fish are aggressive. So a fast falling jig is definitely not an issue. It may even be an advantage. Because I was finding earlier that the slow falling jig was not getting bit, and I started using a little more aggressive presentation, and I started getting more strikes. So early on, when we're fishing in the spring, that cold water, you want to slow that jig down. You want a nice easy presentation. But now that we're late in the spring, getting close to summer, water temps are up, fish are aggressive, we can fish these plastics and jigs much more aggressively. And it's actually probably preferred by the fish to be a little more aggressive with them. Fish. Shown. Good smallmouth. Good one. Good smallie. Real good one. Oh, beautiful fish on that paddle tail. Just a fat fish. That giant, great fish. So much fun. Such a blast. Come back. Wow, so many awesome new plastics from liquidwillowcat.com and walleyeplastics.com. Go check them out, pick up some plastics. You will not regret it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, maybe even learned something. And until next time,